The absolute worst mistake that you can make when making a film is forcing the drama. Now let me explain. Filmmaking, or storytelling in general, is meant to accomplish one thing at the end of the day: make the audience feel something. Whether it's humor, or sorrow, or fear, or any other emotion, storytelling was created for an audience to feel something. The very best stories are ones that make us feel a whole range of things. Top Gun Maverick made Americans swell with national pride, then laugh at Tom Cruise blowing the top off that house, then cry at the relationship between him and Rooster. This range of emotions creates ties to stories that people can hold on to forever. But without them, your story can be forgettable, boring, or even worse, mediocre. Which is exactly the trouble that F1 finds itself in. Yes, it's well made and it attempts to create these emotional ties, so why doesn't it work? This mostly has to do with one thing: drama. Every story has drama, and through it we can create emotion. Drama is born out of something happening that's unexpected. Two people with different ideals debating each other, or lovers that can't be together. It can be any number of things that create contention. But most importantly, the audience has to believe in it.
I'm gonna count to 3. 1, 2, 3! Don't point that gun at my mouth!
Through belief in a character or situation, the drama of a story takes life and creates those emotional ties. But you have to believe in it first. So how do you do this? Well, that question has a relatively simple answer.
It's simple.
It has to feel real. Now, don't get me wrong, the Avengers are not real, but we can still believe in them and the drama because what they so often deal with feels real.
Do it, Quill! I can take it.
No, he can't take it.
She's right, you can't.
In real life, do you automatically hate someone? Oftentimes, no. Sometimes you might catch a vibe, but more times than not, people hate, or love for that matter, because of who the person is and what they do. If someone were to go out of their way to bring you cookies when you're sick, you'll probably love them for it.
They are not done.
This is a concept that, translated to film, is crucial to making an audience love or hate someone. For example, if you see Lex Luthor trying to take down Superman, a man who's done nothing but save people and be kind, you'll naturally not really like Lex Luthor. You've chosen your sides, and that is real.
He's just a dog.
I don't know what dog you're talking about.
Even despite him being a literal god, you will take Superman's side because he is morally right. Creating drama is fairly simple, but if you try to skip a step on the way to drama, it can ruin everything that you've tried to build. And there's one sequence in F1 that does exactly that: ruin the good faith that the rest of the film had built up. The recovery montage, I'm calling it, is so detrimental to the film, I couldn't believe my eyes. The film is, in short, about an old driver and a rookie driver who learn to work as a team to win the big prize. Nothing we haven't seen before, but where you can separate from the cliches is in the drama. At one point, the rookie decides not to listen to Brad Pitt, old guy, and ends up crashing and exploding his car. He doesn't listen to Brad Pitt's advice, he gets himself hurt. That's A to B storytelling. Perfectly done. Action and consequence. Someone doesn't listen to advice, someone gets hurt. A logical sequence of events for the action of not listening to someone clearly more experienced than you are. However, the film derails the logic train and bends the rules of filmmaking to fabricate drama. Suddenly, and for little reason, the rookie and his mom blame and hate Brad Pitt, old guy, for the rookie's crash. Sure, a mother has a right to be upset at the team for not being as safe as possible, but was the team driving the car? No. Did the team tell him to do that dangerous maneuver? No! And that's the issue. It doesn't feel real. Drama like this feels forced because we as the audience are asking ourselves how we got to this point. There's no A to B progression from one guy suddenly hating another guy after kind of warming up to him. But the fix is simple. Have Brad Pitt give him the option for the dangerous maneuver and the option to be patient. This allows a gray area where now both the rookie and Brad Pitt are forced to look at themselves in the mirror and wonder who they are and if they should change. Yet, as is, it makes the rookie look like an insane person for blaming Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt looks like the second coming of Jesus Christ. He's a man who can hardly do any wrong and whose advice should be followed to the letter, or you will crash your car, explode, and catch on fire with you inside of it. This isn't real. As much as they try to tell you Brad Pitt isn't perfect, he always says and does the right thing. This is the classic pitfall of show, don't tell. When you're constantly telling me he isn't perfect but not showing me, then I don't believe it. It leaves no room for speculation on his character or if the people around him should follow him or not. Since he's almost always right, if they aren't following him, they would look crazy.
When you look in the mirror, you see this rough and tumble, old school cowboy.
This is not good for drama because it allows for no gray area, which is the place where an audience can engage with you. If everything and everyone is either perfect or horrible, that's not interesting. There needs to be some kind of dilemma or moral question the characters deal with. Now, human beings are endlessly complex, showing different faces to different people or saying one thing and doing another, which naturally creates drama. If the character isn't sure of themselves, neither are we. Thus, growth is possible and engagement is possible. And that is why F1 fails. It's a perfectly acceptable, watchable, enjoyable, popcorn action movie, but it lacks depth. Depth that can come simply from having a character question their own humanity or struggle with their morality. I know it sounds nuts, but one or two tweaks to this forgettable formula can turn something forgettable like this into something unforgettable. And the way you do it is by simply having the audience believe in it.